right, let's recap the planning board meeting from last night, which was Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. The members of the board present were me, Daniel, Rick, Dawn, Les, Seamus, and Mike. So it was pretty full board. I think everybody was there. And then James Bellissimo and Terry were there, our code enforcement and our town planner. We had a public hearing for a conditional use for adult use marijuana cultivation facility and then adult use marijuana manufacturing at 398 School Street. The owner came up and did a brief explanation. There were no public present at the public hearing. No public comments. The minutes were approved easily. In old business, then that medical marijuana cultivation and manufacturing came back up. The only real thing that was discussed was the smell. If you've ever driven by 398 School Street, you probably get a whiff if your windows are down. That this particular business is the closest to properties, abutters, and so they agreed that they would be replacing their carbon filters every 2 months, which is more than the standard requires. Then under new business, we had the Edge come in to give us a building update. I'm actually going to I'll put these pictures at the end of the video, but this is the new building and this is where it's going to be. So this is the building that Bad Wolf and all of that are in. This is the new Main Street. So this is going to be the next building that's built. And this is what it's going to look like. Let me go to my notes. I have a lot of notes on this. So that one is going to be called 6 Main Street. It's now phase 2. John went over that the property was purchased October 31st, 2019. Then we went into COVID. Phase 1 was 12 Sullivan Street. Phase 2 was 18 and 16 Sullivan. Those are the two like teal blue buildings that were just completed. And 6 Main Street will be the last part of phase 2. So let's see. So far, they have 41 residential spaces and 12 commercial. 24 of those residential spaces just became available. With 6 Main Street, that one is going to be 15 residential units and 3,100 square feet plus or minus of commercial space, and that'll be on the first floor. Originally, the project was approved for 260 residential and 37 commercial spaces. All the businesses that are in the Edge are locally owned. So we do have at least one national franchise in there, but it is still a locally owned franchise. That's kind of cool. This building, the new building, 6 Main Street, was inspired by the Grant Hotel. And if you don't know that, that is an historic hotel that was located where Gateway Gas is right now. You can look up historic photos of it. And it does look remarkably like that building, which is kind of cool. 6 Main Street will have an elevator. It's going to be their first building that has an elevator. It will have ADA units in it. Whatever the minimum is, he believes it's 1. It might not be 1. But all of the units are built very favorably for ADA access. There was a lengthy discussion about the cupola, a clock, and the lighting of the cupola. And then we closed that. Then there was the next part of new business was a subdivision amendment. It was a lot line adjustment for a subdivision that's actually being tied together from North Berwick and Berwick. It's off Diamond Hill Road, and they needed to move a lot line for whatever reason. But what we're told is that the open space, no, they were moving the open space a little bit so that they had a more favorable building envelope topography wise. That was approved. The open space was actually increased by 10 square feet. There were no public comments. The informational items were that the open space plan for the town is almost complete. So we have a whole plan for open space in the town. And then code changes are going to take place Monday the 7th, and we are going to the 2021 code. That's that. That's your planning board meeting in 5 minutes.